Y'all know and I know that we've said this before that we live in a time where truth is relative, or seen as relative, where up is down, down is up, and left is right, and right is left, and wrong is right, and wrong and right is wrong, and it depends on how you feel. Depending on how you feel is what determines what truth is. Well, we all know that that's not correct, but that's how we've devolved into in our society. A lot of times we can feel like we're crazy. Those of us who adhere to the truth, where it seems like we're crazy. And truth is something that you can experience and see, and it's an actual fact. In the black community, we have the black bourgeoisie, the black elite, the stars, the athletes, the pundits on television, the politicians, some of the reverends who have political designs will tell us what the truth is as opposed to what we see in front of our face. Well, every once in a while, truth will break through and it'll smack you in the face. What do we do with it when it does happen? And that happened this week. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Quan Teasy with the Christocrats and the Red Pill Reality here with another video. If you like what you hear, go ahead and smash the like button. Go ahead and hit the notifications. Go ahead and share, subscribe, discuss, whatever you want to do. Just interact. We said goodbye to one of the greatest, if not the greatest, voices of our time, Aretha Franklin. She passed away. She was 70-something years old, and she died, and they had a 8-hour-long service. 8 hours, which is crazy. It was an 8-hour-long service to, celebrate her life and her passing and all that. And they had darlings of the left that were there. You had Bill and Hillary Clinton were there. You had, which I don't know why they get to go. You had a lot of black dignitaries. You had Tyler Perry. Ariana Grande was there. She sang, and there was some controversy with the dress she was wearing. Faith Hill, which I'm not sure how she got picked to go, but I'm glad she did. But the highlight for me was that a pastor, Jasper Williams, got up and spoke some truth. He dropped a bomb on them. And after he said what he had to say to the black community, they were upset. A lot of people were in the Twitterverse and on on social media was upset about it because he spoke truth, man. When are we as black people going to stop being made to be babies and little children and not be able to deal with our own issues? The sign of an adult, one of the signs of an adult is to be able to look in the mirror, be self-aware, and correct your problems. But if you continue to deny that there is a problem, then you'll never fix them and you'll be a menace to everyone else around you. What do they say in recovery? That the first step to recovery is admitting things? Well, we can't sit here and as a black people, sit here and just keep denying and denying and denying and finger pointing and not figure out how to fix ourselves as a people. If we don't acknowledge what the problem is and keep blaming other people, we'll never fix what the problem is. And we'll always perpetually be victims. So this guy, Jasper Williams, laid it out. And they had that awkward clapping, like people were like, should we be clapping? So watch this.
That Black America, there is truly a need in our race. As I look back in retrospect, allow my mind to take a stroll back down memory's lane. There was a time when we, as a race, had a thriving economy.
Okay, so stop right there. So he was saying that there was a time when we had black people. There was a time when we had a thriving economy. Not too far after the slavery was ended, in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, we had black businesses. We had black-owned. There was even Black Wall Street that was burned down to the ground. But we had black businesses. We began to thrive, within relative reason. And so what he's saying is factually true.
Yes, we were rewarded with integration. We got what we fought for. We got what we marched for.
So wait, he says we got what we fought for. We got what we marched for. So that's an acknowledgement that we won. through the civil rights era, we won and we got what we needed in order to get the same opportunities. That's what Martin Luther King and everybody was fighting for. Not the same equality of outcome, but just let us have the same opportunity. Let us get at the same starting point. We won and we got that. But they would like to let you know that that struggle is never ending.
But with the birth of integration, there also came the loss of not only the black community's economy, but there also came the loss of the black man's soul. Why is your soul, black man? As I look in your house, there are no fathers in the home.
Uh-oh. He's talking about fathers.
Where is your soul? 70% of our households are led by our precious, proud, fine, black women.
Now see what he does here first. He lays out real quick how 70%, he gives you a number that you can go look at and figure out and see if it's correct, and it is. It's around 72% of black homes are without fathers in the home. And there is a reason why those who are raised with two parents in the home have a better chance statistically of making it in life than those that are not. Especially black boys, especially boys, period. He's just highlighting black boys because that's who we're talking about. But boys, period, that are raised in a home without a mom stand a harder chance of becoming strong men because it's just not things that are, and women do their best that they can possibly do. And a lot of times God will swoop in and help out with that. But just all things being equal, a woman cannot teach a man about the inner workings of a man. Only a man can do that. Just like a man can't teach a woman, a girl, the inner workings of being a woman because he's not a woman. Now, people can accept it on one end, but why can't they accept it on the other? Truth.
But as proud, beautiful, and fine.
And he compliments black women first. So all y'all who have a problem with him shouldn't.
A black woman cannot raise a black boy to be a man. If you choose to ask me today, do black lives matter?
Okay, so here is where he really stepped in it. Here's where they really stepped in. Because they kind of jumped to other things. And he is asking, do black lives matter? Something that a lot of black conservatives have been saying forever. And here we are on national television in front of thousands and thousands of people, lots of black people there. The truth comes out.
Let me answer like this. No, black lives do not matter. Black lives will not matter.
This guy was bold.
Black lives ought not matter. Black lives should not matter. Black lives must not matter until black people start respecting black lives and stop killing ourselves. Black lives.
It's called truth. It's called truth. He said truth, man. That, he said black lives should not matter. Black lives do not matter. Black lives cannot matter until we start respecting and mattering to each other. How do you expect the outside world to respect what you have to say and what you're all about, and give you whatever rights you think that you should get, if you don't respect each other? I mean, how many people in the last... one of the other videos that he did, he gave a statistic where... not one of the videos, but in the... what do you call it? In the eulogy, other part of the eulogy, he gave a statistic where he said that in the 86 years of the KKK, there was around 3,500 black people that were killed, that were murdered, all together by the KKK. That's a terrible number, 3,500 people. But then he juxtaposed that and said the amount of black people within 6 months is the same amount that is killed by black people killing black people within 6 months. So you do that for the whole year, that's double, 6,000 and change. You do that over 86 years, that's over 500,000 black people that are killed by each other. And you have these liberals that will try to tell you that it's the same thing as whites killing whites, because you know people tend to do crime with the people that are in their same community, which is true. But the rate at which we kill each other is astronomically higher than the rate that whites kill each other. Astronomically higher, and that's just a fact. So the issue is that we need to see the truth. The Bible says that the truth shall set you free. You'll know the truth, and the truth will make you free. We know the truth. Let's let it make us free. You know, those of us who have the means and those of us who have the ability to pour back into our communities and speak the truth, let's not be afraid to speak the truth. You know, and when you do get the means, reach back and go back to the community and do what you can. You know, there are some programs here and there that are doing really great work and should get more shine. But for the most part, we're killing each other, and we have no right to hold anybody accountable for killing us when we do it so willingly and freely on our own. And we can't blame systematic racism for it, because when you have a community of people who have the ability to get up and out and have $200 sneakers on their feet and can you know, and have all these opportunities available to you, but yet you know, we're dying by the hundreds every weekend. We have no right to point fingers. This is the reason why the Bible says that we should look at ourselves first before we look at others. Pull the plank out of our own eye before we try to pull the speck out of someone else's. I love you guys. That truth gets through. It's happening, and people will, and whenever truth comes in, light comes in. People aren't going to like it, but it's for those one or two people that actually listen and wake up. So walk away from the lies of the left and the liberals and the evilness of the left regime, and walk to the light, like we said. We love you guys. Please, please, please like, subscribe if you like the content. Truth is getting out there. Be encouraged. And I want you guys to just understand, you know, that we on this channel, I can say it in every video, but I say it again, we are not specifically for the right or being a Republican. We are not definitely a liberal. We're not left or right, but we adhere to what biblical standards are, and how that affects us. You know, and men, we need to be men. We need to stay with our families. We need to raise them. There's no one that can influence the world like you, men. White men, Asian men, Hispanic men, and yes, black men. We need to stand and take our place and lead our families. So, love God, hate sin. Remember, we're not left, we're not right, but up.